The starting guide to becoming successful in 2025. Okay, now I'm going to be starting out on this guide by demonstrating it from a child. So if you just came out the womb, you just got born, right, and you didn't come from a rich family, you immediately have it the hardest way. You have to grind yourself and you have to make it happen because nobody in your family has done that yet. Or, of course, you have the person like Donald Trump that's already born successful and they don't really have to go through any of that. But we're talking about the one that has to struggle, which is the most common. At first, everybody starts as a baby, right? And then you really can't do nothing when you're a baby, right? So then you go to a school kid, you go through school, you get your basic knowledge, basic counting skills, basic lettering skills and all that stuff, right? And then most of us, we go to high school and we're still trying to figure out who we are. We're trying to find out, why we're doing things like everybody else, and we're just kind of in with the flow, right? Just going with the flow. Yes, there might be some people that have a higher consciousness during high school and is already doing things, taking steps to being on social media or whatever the case may be. But a lot of kids, they don't find themselves until after, whenever they're out of high school and there's not much left but to work and to just be with yourself. So after high school, you're an adult, right? And this is where most people find themselves and find out what they need to do with their lives. Or some people just don't know how at all. And I'm about to tell you the exact thing that you need to do. If you're in high school and you're a young kid, this is the perfect video for you because this is the perfect time for you to start. So first things first, you need to try to get your permit and your license right in high school as soon as possible. 15 years old is usually when somebody can get their permit. And 16 years old with a license. You need to get that immediately. That gives you an advantage, that gives you transportation at a young age. You already, at 15 years old, you're driving. That gives you 5 more years until you're 20 years old, that experience that you're gonna need right there. And not only experience, if you use that transportation righteously, like getting a job and going to that every single day, or going to the gym, or driving somewhere that you just can't walk to or it'll be too exhausting, that's a good reason to have a car, and you can have your license and be able to drive legally. Having a car is an asset. Don't use it as a liability. If you use it in a manner that's making you lose money, then you're using it wrong. If you're using a car to generate you more money, whether that's getting you to your job or that's just getting you to somewhere that you make money, that is the reason that you need to get your license in a car. I would suggest to any younger person coming up, I would suggest this to my kid. If I had a kid, I would tell them to work out. I would make them work out as early as possible. Look, the longer you procrastinate about working out, the harder it's going to be to start to do it everything. It's better to be a kid and your body develop into that way of conditioning already, rather than later in life when you already fat and you already has been lazy for 15 years and now you're trying to change your life around. It's easier doing that 15 years prior. The next thing that you need to do, if it's not obvious already, is you need to get a job, and you need to hold a job. And something important I want to say about a job. A lot of people think how much they get paid matters. I'm here to tell you that doesn't matter. It's about what you do with your money that matters. In the economy that we live in today, they have it to where if we think that if we make a couple dollars more, that's just gonna be significantly more, and it's just not. They trick our minds by that, so somebody's getting paid just like a couple more dollars higher than you. Somebody, you might feel like $12 an hour is so low, and somebody's getting you want to get paid 15 or 16. It don't even matter like that. They gonna have a couple more dollars on their paycheck than you, a couple more dollars, maybe $10, maybe $20. So what if they smoke weed and they immediately get a bag for $200? Look at that, boom. That don't even matter no more, do it. Exactly. So it's about what you do with your money. So if you have a job at McDonald's and you just want to change your job, like, I don't get paid enough. It's not about you getting paid enough. What do you do with your money? What do you do when you get a paycheck? You need to start stacking your cash. If you have no liabilities, if you don't pay any bills, you should be stacking your cash right now, or you're losing. You're losing yourself. You're losing everything. You're losing your potential. If you are a young kid and you do not pay any bills, you need to be stacking your cash. After you have a car, after you have your license, after you have a job, What you need to be doing is you need to be focusing on finding yourself. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to invest your money into? You need to find a passion that you like to do, and you need to try to do it as best as you can to eventually get money and get paid for it. For me, for example, I make music. That's just what I chose to do. So whenever I have a car, whenever I have a job, and whenever I have my stuff together, what I need to do is I need to work for my music, right? So that's what you need to do. After you have your license, after you have your car, after you have a job, whatever you want to do, whether that be make TikTok videos, YouTube videos, whether that be a doctor or whatever, I would suggest doing something that can make you millions really quickly. Now we have the internet, now we have phones, social media. I feel like you should get into that industry first. This is where most Americans sit. This is where most Americans are stagnant at. They have a job, they have a car, and that's just good enough for them. They go week by week, going paycheck by paycheck, spending their money on drugs, spending their money on going out, spending their money on clothing, spending their money on things that aren't going to accumulate any money over time. The difference between those people and the successful people is instead of spending your money on all that bull crap, what they do is they lock in their head, right? And they realize that if they just keep on doing this lifestyle, it's gonna year by year, their life is gonna go by and nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing. Only thing that's gonna happen is they're growing up. That's it. You're not doing nothing with your money. Only thing that's compounding is your money that you're putting into those other companies. Those companies in 5 years are gonna be worth more than you because you didn't invest your money into yourself. You invested into them. So the key is to lock in, invest all your money into something that can make you more money, whether that's in social media, a person, a place, a thing. Invest your money into something that gives you a return. The key is to consistently take action, not consistently make mistakes. The quicker that you learn from people and the quicker that you learn from your mistakes, the better off that you're going to be and the more successful that you're going to be. Live below your means. Usually whenever people are in a good spot, a place in their life, they got a job, they got a nice car, they got some money stacked up in the bank, they're like, you know what, I want to start, spending some of this money that I worked hard for. That is the trap. Once you get in that good place in your life, once you have your license, once you have a car, once you have a job, once you have a purpose to grind towards and to invest your money towards, once you have money in your bank, put your head down, work as long as possible, grind, invest so much money into that thing until it makes you passive income. That's what you have to do. I have to invest. I have to keep on working until I'm dead to invest money into my music until my music generates me passive income. You have $20,000 to live off of, and you don't even have to work a job, because while you quit that job and that passive income, you keep on working on that, you keep on investing some money into that money back into that, and then now you just have a business that you're investing money into consistently for your life until other people invest their money and their time into it. And that is how you become successful. That is the guide. That is the starting guide to becoming successful. If you are a young kid, if you are a young man, young woman, and you are watching this, you should feel happy. You should feel excited because I just gave you the recipe that you need to be successful. And now, yes, there's a lot of different aspects to this as well. You need to have good relationships with the people around you. You need to have a good relationship with yourself. You need to have good health. You need to have good sense of knowledge. You need to be reading. You need to be learning about the world, learning about what you are and what everybody else is. All these things are factors into it, but the main thing that you need to do is work, and then you need to invest that money that you're working for, that you're slaving off for, that you don't want to do, into something that can make you more money. If you're not doing that, you're wasting your time. Why work just to buy some weed, or why work just to go shopping, or why work just to get things that you want when you can work to make a fortune, or you can work to purchase a fortune? That is it, man. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching my video. If you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. I would really greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to give good knowledge out to the world. I'm trying to help many people. I'm trying to be that person that I need. So I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button, if you comment what you think, and you gave me your input. And yeah, man, until the next video. So y'all stay tuned.